Good morning, y'all. Today we're going to continue working on this KX 125 dirt bike. We're going to start doing a tear down on it. We're going to start with removing the plastics. Got an 11 millimeter here. This one is definitely not a stock bolt, but we are going to get that out of there. We're going to remove the rear fender. There's plastics, a couple of them that are on the other side of the motorcycle here. We're going to start by removing those, and let's get to it. I'm going to start by moving this 11 mil bolt here out of this fender, the rear fender here. Get this guy removed. 11 millimeter. The rear fender is now off. Now I'm going to remove 10 millimeter bolt that holds this side number plate on here. That bolt is out. Now that number plate will come off of there. And then this bolt up here for the shroud. This one is a 9, or actually an 8 millimeter. I don't think this is the correct bolt that goes in here, but this is what's in here, and we're going to get it removed. Alright, we had to actually cut that bolt out with the grinder down here because it stripped out. I don't know if there's a bolt that's just spinning around inside that housing or what's going on, but we had to cut that thing out of there. Now we're going to start removing this air filter housing here. It's plastic. These are 8 millimeter. Go ahead and get these two top bolts out here. There's an identical one just like this on the other side here. Both of these guys are loose. Hear a lot of background noise. I've got a fan running. There's no air conditioning or anything in this shop, and in Phoenix, Arizona, it's getting really hot. It's supposed to be about 102 today, I believe. Nice, clear, sunny day. It's supposed to be about between 10 and 15 mile an hour winds today. Pretty pleasant for this time of year for Phoenix. It's been a pretty mild start to the summer so far. Got those two bolts out. Now we're going to go ahead and remove this air filter. There's a wing nut in here that I'm taking off right now. This air filter definitely needs to be changed. It is nasty looking. It's falling apart. It's just deteriorating with age. I don't know the last time this motorcycle ran. I've had it now for a couple of years, and it's just been kind of sitting around and just, hey, you know, why not make a video on a rebuild? Because I'd really like to get this thing going and be able to ride it. But there's the air filter. We got that off. Put that down here. Looks like there's some bolts up in here that mount that guy. Might be able to disconnect that from that carburetor. Grab a screwdriver real quick. To remove this boot that goes up there to that air cleaner, it's a Phillips screwdriver that releases that clamp. Back that guy off. It's getting kind of loose. Got a pair of gloves here. It's kind of loose. Let's see. The boot is completely off of that carburetor. Now just figure out how to snaggle that guy out of there. There's some little bolts. There's one right there. They're 8mm. There's a total of 4 of them. They're kind of hidden to where you can't see them. But it looks like I've got to get those out of there in order to remove that air box and get it out of the way. I was hoping just to take and loosen up from here. There's that clamp, the Phillips head right there. And hopefully to get it out of there, but that's not working at all. So I'm gonna have to take and remove those 4 bolts to separate this unit here from the air box itself to get it out of there, it looks like. All right, we're gonna work on getting these bolts out of here. Let's get them loose. That one is off if I can get it to come out. That's tight quarters right there. Yeah, get that one out. Let's see. Now there's some that are pretty easy to access on the other side of the bike here. Try to get to these guys. There's one of them that's coming loose real easy. And there's this one up here. That one's coming off real easy as well. I can't wait to get to the point where I'm going to put these guys back in here. Man, that's going to be a job, I can tell you that. Oh, that one's not too bad to get to. Lift that little rubber flap up and get to this 4th one that over here. Not too awful bad. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like these videos so you can be sure to catch every episode when they come out. I'm going to try to do a couple of them a week for the teardown of it anyhow. I don't know what it's going to be like trying to source parts for the engine and things like that. Yeah, let's get it loose now. Should be a fun series though. That's really tightening it. Okay. This guy loosened up here. Oop, I just tightened it. Wrong direction. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Here it is on the swing arm. Got one left. And then hopefully this thing will come right apart for me here. Get my finger in there. Yeah, there we go. Get this last nut off of here. Down inside that air box, boy, it is pretty nasty in there. That oil from the filter, you do oil up that filter before you put it in there and run it. I missed one screw. There was another one that was down at the very bottom. I was trying to remove this piece here. It just wasn't releasing, and then I discovered that there's actually a fifth one down there. Let's get that guy off real quick. Get that guy out of there. And be back to business. Again, these are 8mm nuts that hold this piece that the air filter mounts to this bracket, and these 5 nuts, 8mm, that are coming off, that's what holds that bracket to this intake boot here. Just about got that nut off of there. It's a pretty tight squeeze up in there. Pretty compact place to work here. Okay. That should just come right out of there now. Perfect. That's what that unit is. And I'll put these little nuts back on this so I don't lose them. Alright, now we'll see if we can get this boot out of here. It should pull up through this box. I hope, anyhow. Or push it out and move the box around it. I have never taken one of these apart before, so I don't really know all that much about it. Other than it is pretty tight. I don't think this thing is mounted to anything else. That's all loose on it. Apparently that's not the way it comes out. I don't think it comes out from the top side. Alright, update. To get that air box out, I think I'm going about it in the wrong way. I do believe that you have to remove this subframe off the back of this in order to get to it. These are an Allen. They are a 6mm, and that's what loosens all of these guys up. It appears that there's 4 of them. Bear with me, I haven't worked on these things all that much. I've never ever torn one all the way apart like I'm about to do with this machine here. So just bare. Ooh, I got a broken mount on that one, so that's gonna have to need some attention to get that welded back in. I think when I'm redoing this, I'm gonna have this frame powder coated. I'm not gonna paint it. And also this back support for the seat, the subframe unit on the back, I think I'm gonna have it all powder coated. I don't know what color I wanna go for the frame. You guys can let me know what you think might be a good color. I don't know if I want to go green or, you know, just try to do something totally custom. Get all these out of here. That's a little bit tight yet. Oh, it came out pretty darn easy. Okay, I think that's it. That should just come right out of there. Alright. Comes back. See? One there just seems to be kind of just a little bit. Alright, so that guy's out of there. So there goes that air box, and then here is the boot. Goes to the carburetor there. Take that clamp back on there so I don't lose it. There's that piece that broke off right there. Get that guy welded back onto that frame. Now we're gonna get that chain off of there. The master link is right there at the top of that sprocket on the back, right there on the back rim. So we will try to get that thing undone here. Alright, get that undone, and then slide it up like so, and then that comes off. Then you pull this piece here off, which, alright, that guy out of there. Push that link out. This chain probably has still a bit much for tension on it to do this, but it is working. It's coming apart here. At least it was. There we go. Got that guy apart. Get this chain off. This I am not going to reuse. It'll definitely be replaced. This guide here, I'm going to replace that as well. Chain link will be replaced. The whole everything about it. Alright. One chain professionally removed. I'm going to remove this foot peg right here real quick while we're down in this area. Huh, it's held on with baling wire. That's interesting. That feeds through it this way. Get that out of there. Okay. That thing. Oh, I don't know why they had that baling wire through there. There's still the fastener that's in there that holds it in place. I don't know why they would have done that. Didn't really need it. But find all kinds of interesting things. let's see here. This thing's challenging me just a little bit. Hold still. There we go. We're getting somewhere now. Almost. Still fight me. Alright, let's see if we can grab a hold of this guy and get it out of there. Nope, not quite. Still gotta cramp it together a little more. Alright, that's looking better. Quit fighting me. Come on. I can't get any leverage on that. Try to pull it out of there. Better that time. A little more each time. Almost there. Come on, work with me. There we go. All right. Pin out of there. All right. That guy right there was fighting me real big time. All right, over here on the other side, right down there, that axle nut is a 27 millimeter. I'm gonna go ahead and break that bad boy loose here real quick. I'm gonna get you in a better position here. Get you zoomed in a little bit. Maybe up. Okay, there's that axle nut right there. I'm gonna go ahead and break that guy loose. Not too bad. Alright, that guy is good and loose. Rear axle adjustment. It's a 12 millimeter here, which is the type, it's to lock it into position once you get it where you want it for your chain tension. And then this one's a 10 millimeter, is actually threads it. That's what actually pushes against the back part that tightens, you know, and puts your wheel where you want it locked in at. And that's what those two guys are. It's a 12 millimeter is the locking nut. And then the bolt, the tensioning bolt, is a 10 millimeter. Go ahead and get those loosened up so I can get this rear wheel off of this bike. That axle tensioning system is, those bolts are really tight for some reason. I'm going to try to loosen up the axle itself and see if that'll actually help or not. I'm going to use a dead blow hammer on that axle. That's definitely loose now. So let's see. Might even just go ahead and remove this axle and drop this wheel off. And then see, because that now it seems to be sliding. Now, will these things go into that swing arm? those bolts are just super tight. I'm afraid I'm going to break one off. I definitely don't want to do that. Let's get this axle out of here. There is the tensioner. That's the tensioner that bolt pushes on to adjust that wheel where you want it at. That little hammer and try to finagle that out of there. Ooh, that axle's in there. That bad boy is stuck. Get you over here so get a little better view of it. Okay, here we go. Alright. Okay. There we go. That wheel come out. Man. Put that wheel out of there. Just took some finagling around. Ooh, man, look at that dent in the top of that rim. I thought that rim was actually in pretty good shape. I'm gonna put all brand new rims on it. I think run black XL style, just the same as that gold rear wheel, but I want to run new rims and stuff on it. Most everything that's gonna get replaced on this bike is gonna be a lot of brand new parts. I want this thing to be almost like a brand new motorcycle when I'm done with it. And I'm gonna rebuild this monoshock here on the back, get that guy rebuilt, and then totally go through these front forks and get them all situated. Well, that's going to be about a wrap for today. I got some family stuff that I got to go do. Today is Sunday, and I'm enjoying myself working on this motorcycle. It's a lot of fun. And I hope to see you here on the next one here before too long. This week I'll get out here and I'll get some more videos going for you guys. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. I appreciate that. Thank you. You have a great weekend, what's left of it. Thanks, bye.